Taz, the Impact Wrestling main event is next. Aces and Eights, Sergeant at Arms, Devon. He looks ready for the battle. And meanwhile, the Icon Sting is on his way. Devon, Sting, the fight. It's right after this. Don't go anywhere. Week on Impact Wrestling, Jeff Hardy makes the first defense of his World Heavyweight title on Championship Thursday. Before tonight's main event, let's take you back to last Saturday night's Hall of Fame in Phoenix, Arizona.
We are here on a momentous evening.
I had a near-fatal motorcycle wreck. The first person I saw in the emergency room was Sting, and I get emotional thinking about it.
One of the reasons that this company is still here is because of Sting. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you for who you are. Thank you for everything.
I don't know what I would have done without you. I get the honor and the privilege to bring up a man who I think the absolute world of. Ladies and gentlemen, Sting.
I love you, Dixie, and I thank you so much for sticking by me. I thank you for second chances. I love all of you. I really do. I'm honored. I am so honored to be the very first inductee. God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for having me all these years.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Aces and Eights, Devon.
Taz, it was earlier tonight. We saw the first effects of that new mandate that was instituted at Bound for Glory. The full access for Aces and Eights, the wild battle it was between the biker gang and the Impact Wrestling roster. And now the Aces and Eights Sergeant at Arms, Devon, is set to fight the Icon.
Yeah, I tell you, I mean, look, I don't envy Devon right now. I understand Aces and Eights. He's a Sergeant at Arms. They got his back in a big way. Sting, he's got to be thinking redemption right now.
And his opponent from Venice Beach, California, the Icon, Sting.
And who better to go to war, to go to battle against Aces and Eights than the Hall of Famer. Here comes the Icon. Here comes Sting. And think of the involvement that Sting has had to deal with for the past several months when it comes to Aces and Eights.
Oh, completely. And now with Devon right here, jumping all over Sting. But now it's now we see a face. Now there's one face here that we see, and it's Devon's face of Aces and Eights. So if you're Sting, to your point, you can bring out some of that rage, some of that frustration now that you've been dealing with for months out on Devon.
A man who turned his back on Impact Wrestling, the Sergeant at Arms for Aces and Eights, here in the early going, showing the physicality and taking it right to the Icon, taking it right to Sting.
I got to say, like the man or not, Devon seems to be in tremendous condition. His body looks like he's in great shape. That's not helping him right now, though. You don't want to let the Stinger get on a roll.
That's what Sting is doing. He's on a roll, able to elevate Devon up into the air, takes him right down. Now Devon feeling the kicks to the back of the leg, and here comes Sting. Stinger splash.
Sting, tried to knot up that hamstring a little bit, went for that Stinger splash, but Devon was able to get himself out of the way, and now Sting again, that awesome veteran, awesome, just a champion. That's what Sting is. He's so used to competing, second nature. He was able to counter off, a little counter off of missing that Stinger splash, kept him on top of the heap here with Devon.
How about the impact as Sting fired Devon back first into the corner turnbuckles, and Devon just crumbled in pain. Final reminder about MMA Uncensored Live. It's tonight at 11 p.m. here on Spike. UFC's Stephan Bonnar, the special guest, as Sting continues to follow up the edge and the advantage that he has.
How about Bully Ray? He was dying to get in the ring against Devon, but it didn't happen. I mean, he really wanted Devon.
General Manager Hulk Hogan insisting that it be Sting who faces Devon, and more of our Impact Wrestling main event is right after this. When we return, more of Sting and Devon. As we return to our Impact Wrestling main event, it's the Icon Sting versus the Sergeant at Arms from Aces and Eights, Devon. And Devon continues the beatdown. As Taz, this is what happened during the commercial break.
Oh, it was physical. Watch what the Stinger does here to the pride of Aces and Eights. Just about bent that chair over Devon's back.
Again, we are under new rules. There's no chance for our General Manager Hulk Hogan to put the Impact Zone on lockdown anymore. It's full access for Aces and Eights from this point going forward after what happened Sunday at Bound for Glory.
Well, thanks to Devon, right? I mean, let's be honest. Of Aces and Eights, that's what was revealed and what he did. He was the main, at that moment, cog in the wheel that caused that access, that caused that win for Aces and Eights.
And you just have to feel here like Impact Wrestling, TNA organization we've lost control of the Impact Zone.
Yeah, no, I completely get that, and I agree. But like I said earlier, we're going to have to get used to this. I mean, Aces and Eights, I don't, they're going to be around here for good, I guess. I mean, it seems like that. We don't even know how many members there are. We don't know, we heard them reference before, the president of Aces and Eights. Who the hell's the president? Who is that? Who's the dude that's at the clubhouse with the mask, with the funky voice? Who's that guy?
A lot of questions that remain to be answered.
We know he's not the president, you know what I mean? So.
Yet Devon, the Sergeant at Arms, we saw the patch that he was wearing earlier as he drives the elbow directly into the chest of Sting.
And Devon just felt, we heard him say it earlier, that, Aces and Eights, he said, these guys here, pointing to Aces and Eights, these men, they were the ones who had my back. They were the ones who cared about me. I don't really understand that, but that's what Devon was saying. I don't know.
He turned his back on all of us.
Sure did. Sure did. Right now, the Stinger needs to try to start fighting up, try to string a move or two together, but right now Devon is just all over Sting.
Diving headbutt. And Sting able to power out before 3. Wear down process continues. It has been Devon in the driver's seat for several minutes now.
Well, this is what you want to do here. You want to try and wear down your opponent at this junction of the match here. If you're Devon and big, strong arms of the Sergeant at Arms right there of Aces and Eights, wearing down the newest member, or the inaugural member of TNA Hall of Fame, the Stinger.
And the Hall of Famer, first man inducted. Wow, Sting gets a head of steam going, but his offensive momentum immediately stopped and cut off by Devon.
Well, there's people, here in the Impact Zone all over the world. I mean, used to have such support and love for Devon. There was always a connection with Devon. And, well, that's gone now.
Turned his back on the fans, as well as everyone associated with TNA and Impact Wrestling. Jawbreaker rocks Sting.
I mean, they did what he had to do, I guess. That's what Devon, aligning himself and jumping on that with that Aces and Eights. I don't know why he did it, like I said earlier. I mean, I'm sure in his mind he's doing it for the right reasons. I don't quite get it.
He's got Sting in his sights. And at the last split second, Icon able to roll away. Sting looks for the opening.
Well, here comes Sting now.
Yeah, caught him good. Series of strikes. That time Sting leaves his feet. Extra impact behind the clothesline.
Devon don't know where he's at. You better be careful.
Oh! Stinger splash delivered to the back.
That's the attack. The attack is on the back.
Scorpion death drop. Gonna lead to the submission if he can set for the Scorpion deathlock.
Oh man, you're in trouble now, Big D. Devon, he might have to tap out the dreaded Scorpion deathlock, and Devon's trying to crawl. He's sitting back on that thing. There's a lot of men who've lost that hold.
Extra leverage. As Sting, here they come. Oh, here comes the gang. Here comes Aces and Eights. This is the gang mentality that we've had to live with for months.
Nothing fancy about that. They just jumped in there and attacked Sting, outnumbered.
Just when Sting had Devon and the Scorpion, and now Sting just being destroyed.
Well, here we go. That's Anderson. It's like Garrett Bischoff. That's Anderson.
Yeah, I see Chavo Guerrero. I see Samoa Joe. I see Hernandez.
I just saw AJ
Styles.
Yeah, AJ's running down. Here comes AJ's getting in there too now. That's the Cowboy, James Storm.
Much like we saw at the outset of tonight's Impact Wrestling broadcast. All-out chaos as the Impact Zone becomes a war zone again.
You're not kidding. Chaos is the perfect word. It's a street fight just in the middle of the ring with all these men from Aces and Eights and our superstars from Impact Wrestling on roster here. Man, guys are just throwing bombs in there.
Wow, what a battleground this is.
I guess this is what we have here. Now that that's full access,
no way to
Aces
fight
and
it.
Eights, yeah, it's going to be a constant.
Oh, God. The door has been opened to the enemy and Aces and Eights. Continue their take-up. Wait a minute. Here comes Bully Ray.
Yeah, Bully's got a weapon.
Bully. He's got the